Hey fighters, Master Scarsella here, just to talk real fast about posture, specifically power through our posture. As a Taekwondo teacher, as a fitness instructor, especially when we're looking at the intrinsic benefits of what martial arts and fitness training can do for youth, we really talk a lot about just by standing tall and having your chin up, shoulders back, that type of physical change does have a mental and emotional difference in how we feel about ourselves and how we can even react to situations. So we'll tell our youth, our students, that there's power in posture. And some of that comes from the idea that because our body gets put into a position that actually gives us more capability to generate physical power is why that ends up having that feeling of increased confidence or self-esteem just by the way that we're standing and moving. So how does that translate to our everyday life, or specifically a fighter fitness class? Is number one, I would definitely encourage everybody as you're going through your day-to-day, we do a lot of ab exercises or midline work, and we talk about stabilizing your body. And to a certain extent, we always want to have our midline, our abs, somewhat engaged. If we're doing an exercise where you're trying to do as many presses as possible, yes, your abs should be fully engaged. But even if you're walking through the grocery store, we want to be able to have some tension in your midline and abs. So we don't ever want to have you go from the side here. I don't ever want to just always get so loose that I'm just kind of hanging out on my hip and spine, but I want to be able to always try to concentrate on having some tension. Right? Even if you're driving in your car, it's almost like you can do crunches while you're driving by just keeping some tension in your body. And then someone might ask, okay, what about breathing? Don't I have to loosen up my abs to breathe? To a certain extent, yes, but you really want to feel like you're trying to fill like a steel can with air. So it's still going to have tension. Even as I'm taking a deep breath in, I'm bracing against those abs, which is going to keep everything stable and safe. So if I'm translating that to a movement like with a band, so we can turn the camera, I want to make sure before I get into a position, if I'm going to do a press or a row or any other action, I want to make sure, let's keep this midline and spine nice and straight and stable. So that might mean, depending on where the band is pulling from, that I have my feet apart, but this doesn't change. I don't want to overextend my back, and I definitely don't want to round my back. So I'm going to have as much tension in my body that allows me, depending on how many repetitions I'm doing, let's just say if it's a press, that my body doesn't move. So I don't want to have a lot of flexion and extension in my spine. This stays stable, so then my body can be a good foundation so the movement can be isolated better and work the right muscles. So try that next time you're in class or next time you're walking through the grocery store.